Good evening. Hope everybody's well. John, just in time. You're raving about Jordan bloody Brooks in the comments. There, no, he's lovely and very funny. How dare you come to my book club and then like other comics? Tim Minchin and Jordan Brooks. How was Tim? Was he great? I couldn't watch it. I was doing what was I doing? A book club with Stevie Martin, which I saw over Daisy in the comments, which was fun. Tim is amazing, isn't he? I love Tim Minchin so much. I saw him at the Royal Albert Hall a few years ago with my sister, and I saw him at the Gulbenkian in Canterbury before he was massive, because that was only like a 300-seater. It must have been a 300-seater theatre. So just absolutely lovely. I know, I told you I was going to cheat on you with going to another book club then. Hi, everybody. I think, Sarah, you were at the book discussion yesterday. Very nice to see you there. I hope everybody is well. Goodness, there's lots of us today. Yes, welcome. I feel a lot better now. I've had a headache all day. But I feel much better now. This is the last thing on my tick list, and then I'm done. But I was just peering at the Velux. Is that a frost? Is that a frost I see before me? However, before we get started, I need to say a big thank you to you guys, because look what arrived. Oh no, there isn't a good side to show you. Well, look what arrived on our day off yesterday. Boo, boo, boo. Oh no, they've all gone all over the floor. Bath products! Yay! So I treated myself. I am going to get a bottle of Radox or something similar-ish tomorrow when I go to Asda. But I thought, as you'd all been so lovely and so kind in the coffee, I would treat myself to some real fancy ones. So thank you. I'm so excited. I'm going to tell you what I've got. So I've got this one. Oh no, which I've just crushed all over my desk. So my desk is going to smell delicious. Oh, that's in my nose now. This is a Sakura, a simple jasmine springtime soap. And I would say that smells like an old lady that hasn't wet herself yet. That's how I should describe that one. Let's just piece that back together. And then I've got this one. So this is the hippo. This one is called I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Shaped like a hippo. This one smells like Parma violets, exactly like Parma violets. That's what I would say about that one. Pretty nice. I had to go for ones that didn't have crap in them, because I don't really get that with bath bombs when you get the ones filled with rosebuds and stuff, because then aren't you just covered in bits of petals and crap when you get off? So that one smells like Parma violets. Then I've got this one, which Tom absolutely hates the name of. It's called Ickle Baby Bot, which is horrible, isn't it? Ickle Baby Bot. It's a tiny robot though. It's quite cute. The light's not letting you see it that well. Let me oh no, that's not better, is it? Oh God, you're just washing out, Ickle Baby Bot. There we go. Oh, he's shy. Hello, I'm a tiny robot bath bomb. Fits up your bum? What are you talking about? I'm not going to put them up my bum. What? Oh, what have I missed? I've missed something. Anyway, this one smells like, I don't know now because I've got them all up my nose. I look like a freaking Coke head. What does that smell like? Like an old lady that has wet herself is how I would describe that one. And then the last one, which smells very nice, is this one, and it's a teddy bear. Again, the light's not being. Oh, that looks quite creepy. It looks menacing, hiding behind. It's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. This one is Butter Bear. And Bot is bum in my world. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Right. And this bear, oh my God, that's gone right up my nose. Smells, this is delicious. This is my favorite smell, this one. It does smell like baby powder, like talcum powdery stuff. Oh, Christ almighty, they are right up my nose. Now that's not on my sleeve. Delightful. So thank you ever so much for that. I'm going to do the big shop tomorrow. The glamour of my Friday nights now. Yeah, Ben, typos are your thing. We know this now. Ever since you had that meltdown a couple of days ago. And tomorrow I'm going to get myself some Prosecco or something similar with thanks to Jeff, I think it was. I'm really sorry if I've forgotten who that was. Thank you very much for your coffee donations. They're always so gratefully appreciated, and they do just... Well, this makes it all worthwhile. I love doing this, but you are ever so lovely. Yes, I wanted you to know that I have done as told. Oh my Lord, I've got bottom up my nose now. However, it's time for, oh, it tastes weird. It's time for, oh, that's true. Ben didn't create Mavis. That was Chris. Right. Anyway, so chapter 9. So you had our most ambitious vote ever on Tuesday. Thank God we had the day off to process them all. There were still votes coming in today, and it was really exciting. Every single thing got at least one vote, which is so exciting to me. I'm amazed at the ones that won. Like, wow, you picked some weird stuff, but they all had slightly secret ramifications, as well as having, you know, these things. So what I've done is the top 3 I've assigned to a character, the second 3 I've assigned to a character, and the third 3 I've assigned to a character. So it's really, we've got some weird characters about to come and interview for this room in Kate's house. But hey, I went with what you said, no matter how ill and weird it has been. This might be our most surreal story now, and that's saying something given that the last one was a race of tiny people that lived underground. So yeah, let's crack into chapter 9, shall we? Oh dearie me. Right. Kate settled herself down on the sofa in front of the first applicant and tried to look welcoming. She knew that technically she was interviewing them, but given that her current housemate was leaving due to her own impossible behaviour, she sort of felt like she was on trial as well. She'd taken the day off to clean the house from top to bottom and make it look like the sort of place a normal, capable human being lived. Every time she got anxious, though, she could swear she smelt burnt oven meal just lingering at the corners of her nostrils. Ewan settled himself into the big armchair that she had vacuumed an alarming amount of dust out of and looked expectantly up at her. Right. Person number 1. What accent are we giving him? I know Canadian's on the table for one of these 3. So Irish, is it your birthday, Human Hairball? Oh, happy birthday. All right, Irish. Ewan is going Irish. Happy birthday. Ewan settled himself into the blah, blah, blah. Right, well, she's Welsh. So, she said, consulting her notepad with its list of questions. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. I've never interviewed anyone before. So, you have a job, don't you? Ewan smiled and nodded. Yeah, I'm a taxi driver. Is there a parking space with the house? Kate glanced out of the window. Somewhere beneath all the foliage that had burst out from in between bricks, there was a functional driveway. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to trim the garden back down, but once we've done that, underneath the garden is a driveway. You're a taxi driver? That's cool. Yeah, I get to choose my own hours, which I like. Meeting people, but not having to meet them for long. Control of the radio. It's decent. I don't drive. Why not? Kate looked into Ewan's eyes and decided that my parents died in a car crash when I was 18 and I've been too scared to get behind the wheel ever since was too much to lay upon a person in the first 5 minutes. I just don't really need to with buses and stuff. I don't work very far away. Where do you work? At the university. Oh, what you teach? Ewan smiled pleasantly at her, and Kate felt a little rosy glow that he thought well enough of her to assume straight off the bat that she was a professor. Welsh. Oh no. As soon as we introduce another accent of pun. Real. I'm in IT, she said diplomatically, not wanting to lose the rosy glow, nor lie straight to his face just yet. So, my next question, do you have any pets? Ewan swallowed. Kate readied herself for what seemed like a negative response. Yeah, I do, he said. Is that okay? Depends what it is, Kate laughed. I'm not going to say yes to like a goat or a snake or something, am I? Ewan's face fell. Oh, I've 2 snakes. I'm sorry. There is nothing in the ad that said no. Actual snakes? Kate was gobsmacked. Why? Ewan laughed heartily. What do you mean, why? They're gorgeous. I love snakes. Have you ever held one? Kate shook her head violently. Oh, you should. They're so soft. Kate snorted. You've only been here 5 minutes, or you're already asking me to pet your snake. Ewan looked mortified. Oh, no, not like that. Oh, God, I'm not some kind of pervert. No. Ewan blushed attractively, and Kate found herself pulling her feet up under herself. No, actually, I have a girlfriend. Kate's feet went back to the floor. Well, technically, I have 3. Kate's jaw joined her feet. You've 3? She asked, leaning forward and trying to use a frown as a comprehension aid. Yeah, I mean, they all know about each other. It's all normal and consensual. We're just all into more open relationships than other people. So, Kate looked down at her notepad, utterly fascinated, but trying to think how to get this back on track before the next candidate arrived. So, would they be coming round here? Not all together all the time, no. Ewan was smiling again, relaxed. But yeah, if guests are permitted, then I'd absolutely be having them over. Right, yes, that's fine. My boyfriends are always in and out. Kate stopped talking immediately and decided to just not look up from the notepad again. So, a few more questions. Do you smoke? Yes. Good. And are you happy with the rent as advertised, and can you pay a month in advance? Yes and yes. Okay, brilliant. Kate stood up and offered a hand to shake Ewan's. I'm seeing a few more people, and then I'll be able to let you know, hopefully by the end of tomorrow. Is that okay? That's perfect, thank you. Look forward to hearing from you. Kate showed Ewan out and organised herself a cup of tea to settle her jangling nerves. Okay, so I will explain. So I had a snake, meant it was a man, seems normal, loves snakes, something else that I'm not going to tell you. And then you went for smells like incense, so he's a taxi driver. And then he said he hates children, so he had to have 3 partners who all knew each other. So that's what's happened there. That's why he's a strange mix of a person. Why did she claim to have multiple boyfriends? Because she doesn't want to feel insecure. If someone's got 3 partners and you haven't got one, you're going to join in, haven't you? Kids equals 3 partners. Yeah, I just figured if they hated children, maybe they weren't that into like monogamy and commitment. So I made that one 3 partners, polyamory. Why not, eh? So that is how we got Ewan. So now we're going to have our next guy, an accent. Shall I scroll back up to the accents that we didn't choose before? What did we have? Birmingham came in first. Birmingham was the first. Should we go with Brummy? Yeah, Brummy's come back again. Let's go for it. Brummy. Okay. The doorbell rang again. Kate shook her shoulders down and opened the door. A very tall man stood on the step and immediately stuck his hand out to shake Kate's. It was a fast and firm handshake, and Kate felt her knuckles crunching against each other. Birmingham, I'm Tim, said the man, and then stepped inside the house. Kate showed him to the living room and sat down with her notepad, wondering how many partners Tim had and how she couldn't get one. Hello, Tim. Nice to meet you. I'm Kate. Thanks for showing interest in the room. We're very excited, said Tim, and Kate looked up. We? Yeah, myself and Ranulph. Right, said Kate, looking down at her notes again and wondering how she'd missed this. The room is for solo occupancy. The council tax clearly states that... Ranulph doesn't pay council tax, so don't worry. Tim smiled at her kindly. Kate nodded and cleared her throat. Sure, yes, but the house isn't quite big enough for more than 2 people. Ranulph is a cat. Kate felt the world shift uneasily. This didn't bode well. Oh, a cat! Right. You're not allergic, are you? 'Cause if so, we may as well end this here. I do nothing without Ranulph. No, not allergic, and cats are welcome. Kate made a note on the pad that Tim came with a cat, and the cat was excited about the prospect of moving in. Good. He isn't keen on the sea, you see. Kate stared at Tim. She felt like he was certain he was making sense, and yet everything that came out of his mouth seemed like a riddle from a children's book. The sea? We currently live on a boat. Oh, right. That explained the heavy, waxy jacket he was wearing, Kate thought. It smelled like outside and adventure. How long have you lived on a boat? Not long. We had to leave our last house because Ranulph wasn't happy with the new neighbours. Terrible dog next door, and Ranulph just couldn't relax, so we moved on to my boat as a temporary measure. Did everyone in the world have a boat? Kate wondered. She should introduce Tim to Graham and they could go sailing together. Any partners? Kate asked, hoping against hope that he would tell her about his and not Ranulph's. No, Ranulph doesn't share. Kate laughed, but Tim didn't, so she stopped as quickly as she was able to. May I see the kitchen? Tim asked suddenly, and then sprang to his feet and made his way into the kitchen, where he whipped out a tape measure and started to analyse the size of the work surfaces and oven. Not enormous, is it? It's big enough for a bowl of... big enough for a bowl of whiskers, Kate joked, feeling defensive about her kitchen. Tim span on the spot and gave her a furious glare. I would never feed my cat that muck, he spat, and then continued his measuring. Kate stood quietly in the corner until he had finished. Do you have any more questions for me? Tim asked, leaning against the counter. Kate reeled off the last few questions as a formality and then showed Tim out, promising him that she would speak to him before going to too much trouble to organise a welcome meal for Ranulph. As Tim turned right out of the gate, the third candidate appeared from the left, and Kate dusted herself down and invited him in. Okay, so just to explain what just happened. You voted for a cat, and the person that had a cat was a man who treats the cat like a housemate. So that explains that. Then you chose wax. Wax was a weirdly popular smell. Wax meant he sails. I don't know. Then Velcro loves to cook is the third. So he is a cat owner that thinks his cat is a human, who loves to sail and loves to cook. He's enthusiastic. We'll put that in the Tim column. So we've got one more person. Do you want Canadian for this person? Can I remember how to do a... Hey, Kennedy. Do we... Obviously, Velcro means loves to cook. Catherine, the ramifications are never straightforward. I mean, what logical thing can I do? He hates Velcro because he's scared of soft yet scratchy things. Save Canadian, we may not like them. Okay, Canadian, if they're going to stay, well, I don't know who's going to stay. Whoever's going to stay is up to you. I don't control the story. I feel like you could use this to extract information from terrorists. Is this the worst chapter of book club we've ever had? Who knows? You made up hates Velcro. I know, Ben. So Liverpudlian Greek. Good Lord, you guys are not making it easy. Right, we'll go a Greek from Liverpool. We're not doing that. Oh dear. Lady Frag wants Canadian. Artworld says my Liverpudlian Greek was perfect. Mancunian up from Manchester. I can only do stereotypes. Oh dear. Somebody's gonna have to... Okay, let's go Liverpudlian Greek. Fuck it, who cares? But if you guys vote to keep this guy, I'm gonna be furious. Right. Oh, Briss, no, right, okay, we're going to do this. Hello, I'm Kate. You must be Harvey, she said warmly and smiled. I am indeed, Harvey said and shook her hand. As he passed her into the hall, Kate had to hold her breath as the overwhelming smell of meatballs took her by surprise. Come into the lounge, she said, a little nasally, as she hastily tried to develop muscles in her nose that could block it up completely. As he settled into his seat in the living room, the smell seemed to engulf them, and she stared at him, wondering how a person so clean-looking could smell quite so meaty. Have you just had dinner? She asked, unable to stop herself. Yes, he said, broccoli quiche. I don't know what a Greek accent is. Liverpool, Greek Liverpool, broccoli quiche. Well, that categorically did not explain it, she thought, and consulted her pad, suddenly very tired. I have to ask because it's been the topic of the night. Oh, Dirkus, what time to join me? You're going to have no idea what's going on. I have to ask because it's